Change a Pet's Life Day, adopt a pet in shelters. Change a Pet's Life Day is celebrated on January 24th of each year. Change a Pet's Life Day was created to encourage the adoption of animals in shelters and is celebrated all over the world. There are millions of stray and abandoned animals left in shelters around the world. An estimated 7.6 million pets enter shelters each year. Of these, approximately 3.9 million are dogs and 3.4 million are cats. Of these, 2.7 million cats and dogs are killed each year. Because shelters are overcrowded and there aren't enough foster homes. They have so much love to give, and they've been through so much. They deserve a happy life. And as you well know, they will make your life just as happy. They will fill your days where before there was an immense void, and they will fill it with love and positivity. I've listened to so many of your stories. And how so many dogs and cats have had the wonderful fortune to meet you on their way. When you're a dog lover, it's hard to imagine how anyone could mistreat a four-legged friend. They are such loyal and loving companions. Yet all too often we hear of abused, neglected and abandoned dogs. Some of the lucky ones find their way to shelters and rescues, where they are given a second chance at a happy ending and can be adopted into good and loving families. I know full well that rescuing an animal isn't always easy, and sometimes you need to earn a puppy's trust. But the love and loyalty you receive once you earn that trust will come back to you tenfold. The story of Carlo and Sally, saved from the street. Carlo had adopted his little Chihuahua from the kennel in his town, Cagliari. Her old owners had abandoned her in a busy street, but fortunately a sweet lady found her and took her to a kennel. Sally was sad and frightened, to the point that as soon as a human approached her, she showed her teeth and tried to bite the unfortunate. Until one day Carlo showed up in front of her. And it was love at first sight. After 4 months locked up in her bunk, alone and angry with the world, at the sight of Carlo she didn't bark. She stood still, trembling with that wagging, furry little tail, cuddling up to that human she didn't know, but who became her best friend for the rest of her life. Adopting a dog in kennels is a wonderful gesture. The story of Snoopy and Dad Brandon. Snoopy had been abandoned on the street by his previous family because he was too lively and challenging. Snoopy was a pest, barking often and enjoying destroying his owner's slippers. Father Brandon had to constantly chase him around the house to get his now destroyed slippers back. His wife told me that he laughed out loud at these scenes. Husband tried in vain to scold Snoopy. He could not resist the sweet eyes of the little brat and always ended up cuddling her. Brandon loved spending time with him, adored him madly, and in time was very grateful to have him in his life. That was how they became inseparable, day after day. The story of Mother Wilma and her dog sisters Peach and Strawberry. They were two little foundlings. Robin, my husband, and I found them one day while returning from a beach vacation, hiding in a box in the rain, left to fend for themselves and poorly fed. I thought they were sisters. They were holding each other tightly and shivering side by side for warmth. So we decided to take them home with us and take care of them. I believe in destiny. I could not have children. Finding Peach and Strawberry at a bad time in my life was my salvation. They are and always will be in my heart. They were two little foundlings. Robin, my husband, and I found them one day while returning from a beach vacation, hiding in a box in the rain, left to fend for themselves and poorly fed. I thought they were sisters. They were holding each other tightly and shivering side by side for warmth. So we decided to take them home with us and take care of them. I believe in destiny. They are and always will be in my heart. The story of two elderly dogs, Lily and Bill. Lily is 21, Bill 13. They are two mestizos abandoned in the kennel by their family because they are too old. Lily is a mongrel without one eye, has heart disease and kidney failure. When they left her in the kennel, their family had not given any information about her health. Fortunately, the volunteers made the commitment to visit her and give him the care he needed. But why elderly dogs been abandoned? The owners dumped it, saying that they had difficulty following the needs and requirements of the dog, now elderly, and the same reasons were given for the abandonment of the other family dog, Bill. He arrived at the kennel with Lily, and was admitted to the vet for health checks. He had a very bad dermatitis and dental problems, and after a life spent together, the two found themselves sharing the same fate. The two elderly dogs have found a wonderful family that has adopted them both. Lily now lives with Bill in his new home, And finally, now they are peaceful and spend their days resting and enjoying pampering, care, and sincere affection. What can you do to help and gift love during Change a Pet's Life Day? What can you do to help more animals find their families? Or just make life in shelters more welcoming? Visit animal shelters and pass your time cuddling with all the pups. Bring some food and blanket you don't use anymore. Make a commitment to volunteer at shelters and help abandoned dogs who have been through all kinds of trauma. Make you and them both feel good. Adopt an abandoned pet. They will give you endless love because they will know they found their forever loving home. You will find so many associations and initiatives all around the world trying to help those unfortunate pets. A hug from Flower Pup.